Um, 560, 430, 555. I think I have 4 mowers, so I mean, it's that deck. $430. That was. I'll just pick persons, right? Doesn't matter, I guess. This one here's the only $30, so it's gonna be basically every employee, and we will do the striping. Us do the striping here. 6 to 7 centimeters for the thing. Pick up the trash. Record time. Wonder if we have to do over here too, eh? What's that? Hey, they forgot their fob, eh? I assume we're gonna wind up doing everywhere here. But that's good that we looked around. Alright, we'll get that engine going, get the motor running. I think it said what, 5 to 6? No, 6 to 7. Okay. Gotta go up just a bit. 6.3. 6.3 hype. I don't remember how to do the stupid stripe thing now. What was it? Left bumper? There we go. And we'll go over here, line ourselves up. Maybe go to first person to make it a little bit easier. Now the problem is we gotta large bed. So I got the stripe down, I think. Otherwise I wouldn't get that little map. And I'll do it the direction of the arrows. Hopefully we make a fine stripe. Did I get it, hopefully? There's a little tiny line there, eh? We'll have to just hold on, eh? All right. I don't know why these guys want to strike backyard, but whatever. Ah, crap, eh? I got most of it. Kind of tells you what direction to go, you know? Hope they pay extra for all this striping nonsense, eh? Alright, we're getting her. We're getting her right. Getting her done. Looking pretty sweet and so far, eh? Don't forget to vote in the poll, guys. Get someone get it going. Your vote might win. There's a mowing your front lawn. Doesn't mean you shouldn't vote. Didn't tell me who voted anyway. Doesn't know of anyway. Don't be embarrassed. I mean, they're all cool cars. So, you notice the letters, actually. That's on purpose, I think. By old Elon. There we go. Getting her done. This is a precision mow job, man. See me mowing my front lawn. It looks like right in front of me there needs a little trim there. There we go. So Barry, thank you for liking, much appreciated, and thank you for liking me. I'm not sure how to say your name, but much appreciated for both of you. Alright, we gotta get over here, obviously. Look at that. That's a good stretch. Alright, we should be okay with that mostly, I think. Look at the very edge of this one. trickier turning around here, eh? Oh yeah. I think I missed some. No, it's not missed, I guess. All right. Man, the striping's challenging, eh? There's nowhere to turn around up at the ends of these things. There, hopefully I got her pretty good. There's a little stretch over there. Okay, we gotta get this one now. Julian, thank you for liking, much appreciated. So we give Julian good day. All that Julian interested is to mow the lawn, because Julian likes lawns. Just kidding, Julian likes trucking too. Hey Julian, I was reading an article, and I should send it to you. I don't know if I have it still, but I looked up something, and it said that the NHL 22 is not cross-gen compatible. So there's like 3 versions of it. So there's the Xbox One version, last gen. There's the Series SX version. And then there's one that's called I don't know, something where it has both versions in it for basically twice the price. So I pre-ordered the Series SX version. And it looks like, you know, it doesn't even really carry forward very well. It's like a one-time transfer and stuff like that. So, just so you know, because I know you're thinking about getting the new version, and I hate to see you have to buy it twice or something like that. Yod, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. But yeah, be aware of that. Now, if you're looking for a Series S, like if you have a 1080p TV, I was looking around and it looks like Best Buy and Amazon and a bunch of places have them. And that's a cheaper version. The 3 option is pre-order option only. So if you are interested in the new consoles, the Series S is good for 1080p, and it's you know, it's a little bit cheaper console. It's got the same chip, but it gives you the next gen, you know, some of the next gen power basically. And then the Series X is more like if you have 4K and you want 4K stuff, you know. And of course, you know, the benefit of that is, you know, all your games that you know that are next gen here will be compatible with both of those. What is good? But yeah. So anyway, I thought I'd let you know about that because it's good to be aware. But you can get, there's S's everywhere now. Like they're actually getting pretty easy to find. It's it, you know, depends on whether you want to pick one up or. I did see another thing. I was talking to Falcon about it, that the Source had some of those Series X's on the payment plan version. So if you're thinking about getting a nicer TV, if you want an X and you want, you know, I couldn't see any that were available just as regular full-out pay, but there's some on the payment plans. At least at the Source there was. There might be on Microsoft's site too. But essentially it's like $40 a month for 2 years, and it's going to work out to about $900, but it includes 2 years of Game Pass. So if you add the price of the Game Pass to the price of the console, that's about that price anyway. It's not actually a bad deal, and it makes it a little cheaper to buy it because you're paying it by the month instead. But that's just the stuff I ran into for. I was kind of looking around on to see, you know, what was out there. So just passing on the knowledge if you're interested in any of that. Hopefully you can check that out. I think on the Source the payment one is through RBC, but there's an option that they started doing last gen to make it, you know, just more affordable, right? You know, I've put out, you know, don't watch all at once. Oh yeah, there's that. We're getting on to it soon, man. The NHL 22 is very, very soon. You know, I'm not going to bother with the bigger version though. I didn't see a lot of advantages to that bigger version for NHL 22 other than having the X and the, or no, the 1 and the series versions of the game. You know, just kind of seems like they're kind of scrambling for extra money there. And I bet you a few people are going to feel ripped off that it wasn't smart delivery, because then they'll wind up, you know, buying a console, getting one for Christmas or whatever, and then they'll realize that they have to buy it again, you know. So that sucks, you know, for people that don't really do their homework in advance. I'm doing striping today here, you can see, that's why it's a little bit slower. Hopefully it's looking decent here. There's no wall here to turn around either. They're offering TVs for your area for sale. Nice. You know where a good place to get a TV is? If you have a membership, Costco, man. Often the price, the sale price at Best Buy is the same price as the TV at Costco. Or sometimes you might even get a model up at Costco for the same price, you know? Kind of funny that way. And Costco has a 3-month return policy on electronics too, which I really like. But of course with Costco you do have to pay for a membership, which is kind of a bummer for some people. You're cheaper, you notice? Yeah, like, you know, like for example, I got a really super high-end TV, right? And I saved up for several years to get it. And, you know, I was waiting for Black Friday, you know, to get the best price. And the Black Friday price was the same as Costco's normal price. Joshua, thank you for liking, much appreciated. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. They get such a good deal. I mean, you know, those TVs are especially, you know, they do a deal, I think, where they, you know, they talk to, you know, the manufacturer, and they're gonna buy, you know, 50,000 TVs or whatever it is, so they get like ultra good prices, you know, on stuff. So in that aspect, they're very difficult for competitors to beat their prices. And you know, that's for sure. I worked at HP before, supporting computers, and those warehouse computers are a different model. But you know, they're actually for computers at least they were actually better machines. I did support for Hewlett Packard. I was in what was called the white glove support. You know, because they take the best, most knowledgeable people and put them in you know, in that kind of queue. So I was considered pretty good. You know, like in the hiring class at that place, you know, I was in the first training class because they took the best ones first, you know, and I was considered good. I'm not being egotistical there, it's just that's how it is, you know, like I have a computer science degree and experience and stuff like that, you know, so I was, you know, I'm sure on the resumes, if you could compare that first group to the later groups, you know, there's probably quite a difference over time as to the qualification, you know. I was probably the only one with a computer science / drama degree that ever worked there. You know, I can't say this striping is going to do this yard wonders here, you know. I think that I wouldn't bother striping my yard. Not that my mower is capable of it, but maybe they like how it looks, though. I don't know. Although it's not, at least you're not going around trees and crap non-stop. Yeah, I don't know how many they had on that payment deal thing though, but so I wouldn't linger too long on it because those sell out too. If you do want to get one of those, you can always check it out to see if they're in stock still at least, or look on Microsoft's website too, or Xbox.com or whatever. And they'll deliver them to you, and then hopefully you'll get it before NHL 22 starts. And of course, you know, keep in mind it's not just for NHL 22. Any game you play will be on there. If you did get that payment thing, you'll have Game Pass for 2 years as well. So there'll be hundreds of games available to you. If you go for that kind of thing. So it's not the worst price in the world, even though it is more expensive than outright buying it. If you think about it, how much Game Pass is, it's like $30 to $50 for 3 months. Is what I've seen cards at. I don't know if it's that high like all the time, but look at this, eh? What a lawn, what a lawn! Gonna be a party on the lawn after. But I thought picking up in the mic the more noise when I talk, you know. The TV like super loud to make it seem like it's really lawn mowing. And don't feel I'm pressuring you, Julian, to buy a console. Just letting you know how it is, you know. So you can make your decisions, of course, but don't want you to wind up buying the game twice, you know, and figuring you can play, and you wind up not being able to play because it's a different gen or something. I guess it has a one-time carry forward on progress, though, on that one edition, but it seems ridiculous to pay $140 for that game. You know, when you could buy the normal game and Lawn Mowing Simulator and, you know, another game, probably the same price. The Lawn Mowing Simulator did go up in price, so compared to when I bought it. I was getting a straighter line when I was looking this angle here, eh? All right, we're making her. I bet you guys can't believe how striped this lawn is now. It's like, holy crap. It's like, holy crap. And then some of you probably thinking, man, why isn't he trucking today? Because he had to mow the lawn. Why? Look at how long this lawn is, man. If I let it wait any longer. Besides, I had a cool thumbnail and a super awesome quiz. Hey, Julian, you gotta answer the quiz. Or not the quiz, the poll, I mean. Nobody's answered it yet. So make sure it works. Nobody likes Teslas or what? I thought it was an awesome quiz. Somebody, somebody, somebody. Ooh, love my quiz. Got me mowing the front lawn. The stripe rating's really good. Progress on the lawn itself isn't missing a lot, but alright. Here's the trick. Where's the rest of it? Is it by the tree there? Is that already mowed? Go. Why am I missing 10%? Where is it? Not 10% there. Turn down this noisy thing, eh? Lawn looks like it's long or not long. 10%'s a good size stripe. There's got to be a little side thingamabopper here somewhere. Did I miss some here or what? Holy crap! I think I found it. And I did that area. Oh crap, man, look at my blade. That's why it's like that, eh? Man, I can't believe I didn't notice that blade. Is striping that hard on a blade or what? Does that do better? Nobody does it better. I was wondering why it was 98% for the striping, but like, who knew that could happen? My stripe bar down still? Can't tell from that angle. Yeah, it looks like it's down. There we go. Have I ever bought a Hisense? What's a Hisense? Don't forget to answer the poll, everybody. Nobody's even voted yet. So, you know, your vote could be the winner. I don't know what a Hisense is, man. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Oh, it's a TV brand. No. No. If you're getting 4K, look up distance as well to the 4Ks. Because there's like RTINGS. There's a site called RTINGS. They'll have a chart for distance to TV. Because you gotta make sure, because you can't distinguish 1080p after a certain distance. But the biggest thing in the TV when you're picking these is that makes a difference in price. Because 4Ks aren't made equally. You know, it's a kind of is how many backlights do you have? So if you're looking at a, you know, say a TV with 8 backlights, you know, they brighten up one corner of the screen or whatever to give you that brightness, you know, say you're looking at a lightsaber or something, but there'll be bleed if there's very few backlights versus if you have many. So some will have like 64, some will have 16, you know, that kind of thing. And that's usually reflected in the price. So if you get like a really cheap 4K TV, you'll have less backlights kind of deal. So you just gotta be careful about that. Now, I got an OLED TV. The reason those are so expensive is because there's no backlight. It's like every individual pixel lights up. So you can imagine how many pixels are in a 4K TV. So that's why those TVs are so expensive. And then of course there's stuff like QLED and stuff like those are still backlit, but they're a little bit higher end. Still name, I think. But it's just named similarly to OLED because probably it occasionally sells an extra one, you know. But yeah, no, I've never heard of Hisense, but just make sure you look at the features and stuff like that. Thomas, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. OLED is the high-end TV because it's all individually lit pixels. So you can have a perfect black by a really bright pixel because they could turn it right off, right? But you pay for OLEDs, like they're expensive. You know, the TV hasn't gone down in price in 2 years still. You know, they're still exactly the same thing. You know, you're looking at $2,000 for a 55, like $3,000 for a 65 kind of thing. So they ain't cheap. You know, and it gets up there if you go way bigger than that. But yeah, no, you can see at Costco the price of those. If you look up OLED. But you know, you're gonna hopefully stick with it for a long time if you're putting out that kind of money. The disappointing thing for me is I got an OLED. Saved forever for the darn thing. And then of course they announced 8K after that, you know. Although 8Ks aren't generally very well known, like, you know, well used yet. Not even regular TV uses even 4K much. You got Netflix, you got Disney Plus and stuff, but you don't actually see heavy use out of them. As far as regular channels, some sports channels on TELUS, you know, like two sports channels, not very many. Excuse me. But yeah, as far as it goes though, I mean, it's a big investment to go TV and a new computer though. Or not new computer, new console. Although, you know, it'll blow you away. You're going to be literally blown away when the time comes. Because holy crap, holy man, when you turn on that HDR, it makes a difference. And the S is actually capable of HDR. But, you know, most games are going to be built around the X. So, that's the only thing. At least for console games. Dusty ERA, I keep coughing. Wedding dinner gift. You get gifts for wedding dinners? But you know, the advantage is if you do get it from Costco and it's a crappy TV, you know, you get it home and it's like not so great, you got 3 months to return it. As opposed to other places will give you 30 days. Some even 15 days. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna drink some water here. Couldn't have a dinner during our wedding, so we did a makeup dinner. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And it's kind of lame I had to mow this lawn twice, eh? Who knew the blade was worn out? I didn't even look down there. That's why you're busy? Oh, okay. Well, I hope your dinner went well. And it tasted delicious, too. I went to a wedding there. I don't know if you saw my Instagram pictures. I was wearing a suit and everything, man. So if you're on Instagram, exclamation Insta, if you want to see what I look like in a suit. There we go. Stripe rating 97.8. I'll just do the last stripe anyway, right? Hopefully 97.8 is high enough. Look at that lawn, eh? Ooh, ah. Uh-oh, I missed a clump there. Bardo, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. There we go. Yeah, Facebook was kind of broken today, eh, Julian? There we go. We got the crew is done mowing. So let's check out what the new contracts are. Cafe area 410, 1050, 1065. Oh crap, man, I'm gonna be picking up garbage one way or another because I have 3 crew. Ripley Park. Well, crap. Okay, well, what's the best one here? 1065. General cut. General cut. General cut. Doesn't matter which mowers we use. Oh. All right, let's find the stuff. We are garbage assassins. No garbage on our watch. Holy moly, Batman. Who put that there? Do I keep my remittance statement for my account next year's taxes? I don't know what a remittance statement is. Maybe? Probably. Isn't that last year's taxes? You know, the thing about getting a TV and console, that you should keep the receipts for those. Because you're going to be using them towards making money, right? And who put all this garbage here, eh? Litter bugs. Much of a good time you think it is for the staff around here. You know, they don't want to... Oh, Facebook Pay, you could do that probably. I just usually print out all my PayPal and stuff like that. You know, because it shows all the ins and outs and stuff like that from the PayPal. Because they pay you via PayPal, right? So, you know, you could just say, you know, 2020. And then, you know, basically it has it all right there. But, I mean, the remittance statements say the same things probably. Your cash out, like if you take money out of it, I don't think that matters. It's more the, you know, what you put towards things and what you earn, right? Oh, here goes to the bank. 200 Canadian. That's the bonus of being a Canadian. You get a little bit of extra, but the disadvantage is when you go to buy a game, it's also that much more. But yeah. Yeah, no, if you so any way that you print it and present it, you know, it's between you and your accountant how they like it, right? Excuse me, man, I'm coffee today. annoying actually that I'm caught when I cough, because you know when I go to clip a highlight off of the thing, a lot of times I'll look to see if there's a raise in volume, because you know that might be me cheering for an achievement or something like that. But no, it was a cough. Usually the short area where they have them. I'm looking for one more piece of garbage here. Oh yeah. Kept in a file. That's a good idea. Yeah, it makes it easier to track your stuff if you're on top of it right away. Oh, look at that! We found it. Now we can take a look at the cutscene. It's not really a cutscene this time. It was a garbage picking scene. Well, Ripley Park is much cleaner now. Oh, there you go. You have a budget as a community hub leader. Nice. Yeah, I got 42 RPs. 850 bucks there. 500 bucks. 286 bucks. We are now professional rank 3. Jobs we got out there. Another stupid. Competing, eh? Alright, which garbage do we want? Wildflower Hill? Or Ripley Park? Well, I was just in Ripley Park, so we'll go to the other one. Man, I can't believe it, eh? I hope they give me more spots to choose from here. Looks a lot like Ripley Park to me. I think we even started in the same spot. You mean I just picked up all the garbage and you guys littered it up again? What the crap, eh? Shannon, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. We are picking up the trash. You know, that's part of the lawn mowing is you gotta make sure the trash is gone. I'd mow right over it, but you know, costs money. So what you're doing is you're looking around the ground here. And then hopefully you see an A flash up. And it's mostly the areas that are cut. Yeah, I don't know if there's any over here, right? See, this area is like all like long and stuff. People don't litter on long grass. So it's like, you know, you don't have to look too close. Sometimes they leave valuables around though, so you can return them for $100. We can go up here. Anything on the bench or anything? Nope. These people are pretty good. I forgot where I came from. We'll look over here by our van again. We have 2 items, I think, remaining. In the meantime, in the green time, that's it. Another edition of Stampede Wrestling. Julian likes wrestling. I wonder if he's ever seen Stampede Wrestling. I got to see Stampede Wrestling in a small town. They had guys like Owen Hart and Chris Benoit, Honky Tonk Man. Although he's called Honky Tonk Wayne at the time. Wrestling it up. One of the bad guys was named Mucka Singh, I think. They had a guy called Cuban Assassin. He liked that. Me and my buddies were cheering for him. Can't remember who he was going against, but we like the baddies. They had like cooler shticks. Alright, where would you be if you were a piece of garbage in a park? I would be over here. They could be right here. I mean, that'd be a good place. Run around randomly. Check the bush, eh? That, you know, if we're realistic in this game, that's where all the garbage would be, to be honest. People always throw their garbage in places like that, you know, because nobody can see it. So, I mean, if you dug through these bushes, I bet you'd find a ton. You know, that looks like the perfect bush for hiding garbage, you know? And there'd be dog poop all over the place here too, you know. People like taking their dogs out and having them poop everywhere. Just a matter of fact, you know. I remember I was walking along one time and this guy was walking his dog not too far from me, and the dog took a big crap. So the guy actually, in the person on somebody's lawn that was kind of still dirt, more or less, and the guy actually made a little hole with his shoe, brushed the poop into the hole, and then buried the poop. I'm thinking, man, a lot of effort. Why didn't he just get a doggy bag and grab it, you know? Somebody will be digging around and then discover the poop. I swear I checked there. Oh, well, we got another bunch of monies. In our van and make the dough, yo. Yeah, get like half a bar experience there. And we gotta fix the mowers again. Because don't know how to mow without breaking crap. Want to pick garbage? And eventually we'll hire another employee and they can pick garbage too, eh? Like a crummy day out too. Alright. Look at that. Who put that there? Is that a duck? No, it's a stick. Alright, we got like lots of garbage right on this one little spot, eh? I see garbage over there. I've mowed this patch before, you know. Now it's just a garbage collection job. Guess that's not terrible for picking up garbage. Pay $30. Get paid $30 for, like, you know, 10 minutes of work. Sounds like an accident, or I don't know if that's a police or an ambulance. Pretty long for a police car. You'd think they'd be gone already. It's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. One more piece of garbage, man. We are set. Let's run. Run like the wind. Did it. I know you can't believe it, but we did it. $42. Guess we'll pick up garbage at the Wildflower Hill here. There we go. Pretty nice walk in the park. Right. Fine day to pick up a newspaper. What a nice night for an evening. Something over there, eh? There we go. Uchi Mama. Alright, I don't see anything over here more. Is there short grass over here too? Oh, it's substantially longer. Let's look around. No dogs in there. We got one thing left to pick up. Maybe that's it right there, eh? What an eye! What an eye for trash! There you go. I bet you weren't expecting that one to go so fast, eh? Big $60. And then I'll change one of these. For this one. This one has a tiger stripe kit as well. Now if we got that one, gotta also get the attachment here. Specialist, so we'll hire Carter. Orchard. I probably could use a big one, eh? Oh. Doesn't mind that one. With that one. You're a specialist. You get to pick up litter today. Just because it's random. And I gotta try out the new Toro. Yeah, it is. Walter, I just bought 2 new lawnmowers. Look at it. Look at it. Gonna be awesome. Although this area might be really tough with a big deck. Now we'll adapt. We'll adapt. We'll overcome. Gotta pick up like some stuff that we find here. There's a weed. That mower was expensive. In fact, I had to take out a $50,000 loan in the game here to upgrade my headquarters. Where's all the other garbage, eh? Couple more items. You see anything on the lawn here, Walter? And I'm not even using the lawnmower, eh? All of them. But we'll put it to work. Our objective is to get all the lawnmowers. There we go. Now we're going to see the hype. Our first Toro. Got a recycler kit on it. Hear that engine? Oh my. What blade width they want? 6 to 7. Okay. Okay, cut height. Seven, there we go. V8. Look at this thing. Look at that little panel or whatever that is. Oh my gosh, how impressive. Nothing beats a Toro, man. It's the only one I know of because I see the commercials of Toro once in a while. Oh, oh yeah, look at that. Holy crap, Toro. You barely contain this thing, man. The engine doesn't even care. It's just like, hey, I'll cut it all. Look at that 0-point turn on it. Let's get the perimeter here and then we'll be flying around like it was yesterday's business. Look at that. And I'm probably not even using the whole deck here. I could probably go over some. I don't know what the recycler kit does, but I assume it's similar to mulcher. How does it look so far what we did? That, eh? Let's go full speed here. It doesn't care, look. Nowhere near the red. Just did that stretch in no time. Holy man. Such power, man. That's not even the highest Toro either. It's the lowest Toro. They couldn't afford the other ones even with all that money. Mind you, I upgraded the base too, I guess, but Oh yeah, look at that. We're doing it. Just don't smash anything. I'm gonna smash something. Well, we gotta get this stuff, eh? You impressed, Walter, or what? Holy crap! Oh, missed that spot too, eh? I guess because the blade isn't actually where the front is, it's more the side. Probably got it that time. Good for straightaways, eh? Must be hills there. Oh crap, we turned to red that time. Must be real thick grass there, eh? I think this one has a bag, doesn't it? Oh, no bag on this one. The other one has a bag, I guess. Oops, we turned to red. Look at that fine cut in action. But make sure we don't hit this tree here. No one wants their tree hit by a mower. Look at that. The sweet mowing action here, you know. Oh, we didn't quite get that grass though. There. Well, this isn't making your sinuses go crazy. Oh, crap. That blade condition's going down quick though. Be careful there. All right. I think most of the trees are past us. damages the blade slightly when they do that. That one deep grass kind of plugs up the blade. Alright, we've used a recycler now, eh? That's kind of cool. Alright, we got places to go. We gotta get it done. Funny that it simulates the movements of the controls, but you don't have legs. Looking pretty good so far, eh? Let's go do this one here. Alright, we made it past that little obstacle. This Toro is a fine machine. House of Hydra, thank you for inviting your viewers. Much appreciated. Richard, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. This is my brand new Toro mower. Maybe. Maybe. Chris House of Hydra, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. How's the grass tonight? Shorter. I got a new Toro mower. I was trying it out. I took out a big loan in the game. Get some cool stuff. I don't know if I feel cooler or not, but this mower is definitely nicer. Although it's a little bit awkward to do around the small obstacles. I don't know if I can get the small stuff. Not too bad, I guess. That's what weed whippers are for, right? That zero turn. Perfect for doing the horse stable here. Nope, a little hard there. You bought, which one did you get? This game is supposed to be steering wheel compatible, but I haven't tried it. Oh, Logitech 920. I think that's the one I have. Or something. Maybe it's the 923 I have. But we're in the same family, if it isn't the exact same one. You're gonna pick up the shifter one night? I have the shifter for when you. I just use it as an automatic. Like I don't do it as a manual transmission. I use it as an automatic so that you have to shift it into reverse and forward kind of thing. I thought that was pretty cool to be able to do that. Look at this smoothness going, eh? The lawn going just like you'd hope it. Are you gonna try it with Snow Runner? There's a new season, year pass now, I guess, or a new season or whatever it's called. They have more maps coming even. Or take care of this spot, eh? I did some striping earlier. This is the long grass right here. Playing the long grass game. Did you see my thumbnail today by chance? I thought it was funny. Worked out. Now if you let your mower blade wear down too much, it starts leaving patches, so be careful not to run over too much crap. All right. Look at this lawn. Gas holds up way later. by constantly refueling. Gotta go around this circle right here. Tried turning it up, but you know, grass stuck in your mowing deck. Get this obstacle out of the way, I guess. Hopefully we did a fine job around it. Make sure we don't crank her up too high. Goes that red line, then it starts wrecking my blade. And we like Blade. Great comic. Oh. There we go. Alright, we're getting places here. Look at that. Super morific expialidocious here. Gotta be precise. Take her easy. Do a slow ride. Everybody wants a slow ride. To get that grass to 99.5%. We don't want to miss too much here. Hey Hydra, if you're still here, did you hear about Archibald on the Oilers? Some crazy stuff. Out indefinitely. He got those are a heart condition from getting COVID, and now he's out. That's crazy. Don't forget to answer the poll, you guys. The three-way tie right now. If you're wondering what they are, S is like a four-door, I guess, sedan type car. Model 3 is like more of a coupe, I guess. X is a SUV. Let's sit in an X. I asked the owner how much it cost, and he said it was 100,000, 140,000 or 150,000 American. It wasn't cheap, that's for sure. Why is their new one they just put out? I assume that it's on purpose that they kind of spell out the word sexy. It's like when you look at the Xbox controller, it's X, Y, A, and B. And if you think about it, if you're a Star Wars fan, that is every type of fighter pilot on the Rebel side. You know, they have a Y-wing, an X-wing, a B-wing, and an A-wing. You think that stuff's intentional, you know? Cutting the grass. 95%. Getting close though. There we go. Look at that. Sweet. The zero turn is nice when you have these kind of turns at the end. There's a little patch, you know. Doesn't complete, but doesn't feel complete when it's big old tuft of grass right here. There we go, we did it. Cutscene! Look at that finely cut grass. Smell the air. Doesn't smell like cut grass, but you know, bend it does. That's the Toro mower. Look at that. It's not the one pictured, but look at that guy. He made 24 bucks for me. Looks similar to the one we just did, a little bit different, but we'll get her done, man. He's got a tractor here. Got all the garbage. With their sweet car, eh? What size they want? 6 to 7. There we go, 7. Oh geez, eh? Deep grass right off the bat. Go from the middle here. We're into the thick of things, eh? All right, Toro. Let's push you to the limit here. Cut that big old lawn. Not the nicest looking water, is it? I think it's that like left wheel or whatever on the back left that I gotta line up. That's a crap here, man. There. Done a loop. Nice. That one little patch of grass right there. I don't know if I can get it. I think I got it. What's up, Jay? How are you? Nice that Facebook's back up and working just in time and the afternoon there. Probably it was probably pretty stressful for the old IT crew, I'm sure. You know, the pressure was on, eh? There we go. Flip around now. Jordan, thank you for liking. And Jay, of course. Yeah, they were down for a few hours there, so I'm glad that everything got sorted out. Sure, a lot of people were wondering what the heck. I wanted to look at pictures of cats. Or cat resource pictures and taken away for a while. Wonder if anybody took their computer into the shop. Wouldn't surprise me in the least, to be honest. Somebody did. This is a new Toro mower I picked up. I haven't got a chance to use the other new mower yet. It always complains about the size of the deck. I might have to get a higher level and then I'll be able to pick on areas that need the big decks. Well, it's funny that it wants you to do striping sometimes, but like half the time it complains about your deck size, even when using the smallest striper mower. Get this thing while we're here, I guess. There we go. It's gonna be a cakewalk from here, I think. Look at that, eh? One hand. We are mowing. Just make up a jingle for my company, Star Mowing. Based on the modern estate. We will mow it right. Oh, better settle down there and back up over that one spot. We're the cheapest mowers in this digital land. It's good tune, eh? We're ready to give you a super big hand. Our song sounds like this because we don't have a band. Because we're the cheapest. Terrible song, eh? Alright, I'm not a jingle writer. What can I say? Maybe we should make it a rap. Cutting that lawn like it's out of style, man. If you're wondering, we're 39% done this lawn. You can also do it in third person, but kind of enjoy the first person effect here. Makes me feel like I'm in the game. Oh crap. Make sure we don't go up that red line on the speedometer thingy. 5 miles per hour. Kind of windy. Look at this grass way back and forth. That's how they know it needs a mowing. The grass sways back and forth, eh? Pretty long grass. I'm like cutting it down to 7 centimeters on top of it. Oh geez, eh? We went a little control. We went like spinning out of control almost. We thought we were driving the Batmobile. Is there like a little slope there, maybe? A little hesitation on the mower's part, eh? How am I supposed to get that lawn cut? Or a mower stuck on a hill? If they didn't let that tractor break down, they could just use that. Why they need the big mowers here, because this grass is long, strong, and I got it going on. Still haven't thought of a good jingle, I'm afraid. Alright, we got another tree here. Pretty swell job, I think. I tricked you guys. I did the sides first. All right. Getting to be pretty bumpy ride there. What's up with that? And thank you for liking, much appreciated. Oh, here we go. Getting things done. We got that little corner grass. Not corner gas, corner grass. I don't know if anybody remembers that show, Corner Gas. With Brett Butt. think I'd take care of this lawn in 10 seconds with this mower, but got some little curves you gotta do. Going pretty good though, 2.4 miles per hour. Maybe next time. Next round we'll go inside that one. Just to keep things interesting, you know? Keep you guessing. I guess you wouldn't be guessing if I just told you, but you know. We're the kicking the butts, taking names here. Taking grass. Alright. There we go. This is looking fabulous, isn't it? In terms of lawns, on a scale of 1 to 10, what lawn would you like to hang out on? I'd say this one. Don't forget to vote in the poll, you guys. It's a 4-way tie. Oh no, it's one's leading. The 3-way tie for second. Ellie, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Oh, better back that up. Do that one again there. There we go. Okay, we're gonna get that one stray grass there. Did you see it? I know I did. %. 71 bottles will be on the wall. We're gonna go inside, I promised. That was our original path right at the beginning, if you recall. I think when it does that, it's damaging the ground a bit. I'm guessing it is anyway. It sounds like it's digging. Digging a hole. There's kind of a mark there. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Probably sounded great in your ear. like ASMR or something. Another one coming. There we go. Get that out here, eh? There we go. We did some damage in the middle of the yard in terms of grass cutting. Not really damage, but you know. Got some grass is no longer there because it's been chopped up. Along, you know. Okay, pretty soon you'll be able to tell the inside from the outside. Like, ooh la la. C'est bonifique. Is that right? What I said it right. Très bien. I say magnifique, probably. Better back up and get that one little patch I missed. Never find it later, eh? Alright. Very nice. Okay, what kind of triangle do we have there? We're gonna quickly mow it. So you can't answer. Okay. A couple more patches around here, eh? This is 86%. It feels like it's way less than that. I guess this isn't a particularly big batch. And these guys licensed out these mowers, you know, so they're authentic looking. I don't know if they feel right or not, because I've never rode a Toro before that I know of. I've ridden only one ride a mower in my life, and I have no idea what brand it was. Maybe it was a Toro. Maybe that's why I have this weird desire to want to buy a Toro, you know? I'd have to say, if I had to ride a mower, I'd probably want to mow my lawn more often. That'd be way cooler than a push mower. %. But there's one patch left, it looks like. There's a tree in the middle of it too. Let's hone in on the tree. There we go. More went flying there, you see that? I think it was freed up. That's this little patch to go. Oh, warning. The heck? Little jolt. Jolt Cola there. All right, we're done like dinner. Sweet. Let's get out of here before the owner knows it. Cutscene! Old Nook Cottage is now complete. Oh, well, you know what though, guys? I've got to go to bed because I got to work tomorrow. It's always good to be nice and good and awake for work. It makes you more productive. So what I'm going to do is I'll wrap up here. I'll just review the poll. If you haven't followed my YouTube yet, the link is in the video description. If you haven't followed here yet, click that follow. If you're watching the video after the fact or hanging out today, thank you so much for that. I also thank you for inviting your viewers as well. And thank you for liking and participating in the poll. The winner of the poll is for the coolest Tesla Model X, has 40% of the vote, and the rest have 20% of the vote. The S3XY So 20% for each of Y, S, and E, or 3, I mean. And thank you for participating in that poll if you did. And of course, hopefully you guys will see you soon here. Whatever game I'm playing, stop in 7 o'clock Pacific time. Stop in, say hi, participate in the poll. Just watch for a while. Whatever I'm playing, you're welcome to be here. And then hopefully we do see you again in the near future. So again, thank you so much, and have yourselves a good night.